You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. I've got a big casting update, and this is going to answer some of the questions that I see here in the comments almost every day, asking about why key members of Eric Forrester's family have not been seen, even though the clock is ticking down on less than 6 months that he has to live. So 2 family members are coming back, and the timing is highly suspect and has me very worried about what's going to happen with Eric. So we're going to talk about that right now. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our B&B updates. So I know everybody's hoping to see a miracle cure for Eric or the reveal that it was a misdiagnosis. I mean, I'm one of you. I want that too, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. So, we wanted a second opinion, and we heard Dr. Colby saying he's had other doctors look over test results. So that seems done. And of course, there's always the chance we could find out Eric has been poisoned, and maybe they just decided to test for toxins late in the game, so maybe they can save him. But for now, both of those things are just wishful thinking because there are no spoilers indicating that is happening. So these 2 big returns of Eric Forrester's children feels like yet another red flag that John McCook might really be leaving Bold and the Beautiful. And in case you didn't know, Eric has 8 children total, 7 of them living. So Ridge Forrester is the oldest, and he's an anomaly because he's not Eric's biological son, nor is he his adopted son. And that's because Eric's name is on Ridge's birth certificate as his father legally, because he was married to Stephanie when Ridge was born, despite him being a Maroney by blood. So technically, he's the oldest child who is legally Eric's child, but not biologically nor by adoption. Eric's next oldest is Thorne Forrester, played most recently by Ingo Rademacher on a regular basis, but most people know Winsor Harmon in the role, and he showed up for like a Brooke thing not that long ago. Next is Kristen Forrester, Zende's mom, played by Tracy Melchior, who was last referred to as living in Florida. Then there's Felicia Forrester, last played by Leslie Kaye, who lives in Paris, and last we heard was working at Forrester International over there. The next child of Eric's is Angela Forrester. She was never seen on our TV screens. She had these serious health issues, and Stephanie told Eric that the baby had died at birth, but she was actually in the care of private physicians, and she died at age 14 when her doctor accidentally let her wheelchair go, and she rolled down a hill to her death. Awful, right? So next is Rick Forrester, the first child Eric had with another woman, and that woman, of course, was Brooke Logan. Rick was last played by Jacob Young, and they wrote him out of the show, and he hasn't been seen since 2018, and boy, did I love me some Jacob Young. Oh, he's gorgeous. All right. Bridget Forrester is next in line, most recently played by Ashley Jones, and she's another Eric and Brooke spawn. Eric's youngest is his adopted son, Marcus Walton Forrester. Marcus is Carter Walton's brother and was played by Texas Battle. He is the biological son of Justin Barber and Donna Logan, if you don't remember, but Eric adopted him. So of all the children of Eric Forrester, the only one currently in LA that we see regularly is Ridge Forrester. I'm pretty sure they told us Bridget was living in LA too, but we rarely see her. I remember back in like early 2022, she told Brooke that she would be working in LA for a while, and now and then we'd see her at the hospital where Finn works and where Lee Finnegan works. So here's the big question. So which 2 of his kids do you guys think are coming back? Here's the scoop. It'll be Thorne Forrester with Winsor Harmon back in the role, and Bridget Forrester, who are back for what could be pivotal scenes that end Eric Forrester's life and take John McCook off our screens. So both of them are slated to appear on December 7th. That's less than a month away for a guy who's got 6 months or less to live. And that means we'll have a few more weeks of Eric coughing up blood and looking progressively sicker, I expect. And these two showing up is definitely a warning sign that Eric might really be dying. If he is, though, and they don't bring back some of his other kids, then that's pretty poor coverage by Bold and the Beautiful. I mean, here's hoping that Bridget and Thorne are called to his deathbed, and maybe Bridget, as a doctor, realizes he's been misdiagnosed or poisoned, something, and she can save him. Wouldn't that be great if Bridget saved him? So as just a reminder, John McCook does not have a 3-year contract renewal. That info has been totally debunked. So this might well be the last few weeks before we say a tearful and heartfelt goodbye to Eric Forrester and to John McCook. I have seen several people here in the comments saying if they kill Eric, that they won't watch anymore. Okay, well, unless something drastic changes, you may want to check your TV guide for a replacement show. I've heard Paw Patrol and the third hour of Good Morning America are in the same time slot as B&B. At least they are where I live. Me, personally, I will keep watching because if Eric's gone, that means John McCook was ready to retire, okay? He's been on Bold since episode 1, way back in 1987. He's about to pass the incredible benchmark of 4,000 episodes. And if he's ready to take a break from the grind of appearing on the soap and he wants to retire, it's well deserved. And I'm not going to turn my back on the soap because he wanted to retire, okay? Of course, you do you, but I'm going to be there. I still am really hoping that there's some 11th hour Hail Mary realization, treatment, cure, misdiagnosis, revelation, something. But I'm balancing that out with the other side of me that's pragmatic and thinking maybe Bold is really doing this to us and maybe they're really taking him away. So I want to be optimistic, but I'm trying to be pragmatic at the same time. And I know a lot of you, I read the comments, probably feel that way where you're like, I just hope something works out. I do too. I'm right there with you. So I will have updates for you when there's any new spoilers, any more information about Eric's health updates, any more information about anybody else coming back for this Eric Forrester tragic health crisis. But for now, we're just buckled up and we're waiting to see what happens. Drop your comments below. Are you excited to see Thorne back? Are you excited to see Bridget back? I know a lot of you guys love Winsor Harmon. I love Winsor Harmon. I'm always excited to see him back, but obviously not thrilled at the circumstances that are behind why we're getting him back. Drop your comments below. If you haven't subscribed, please click that button too so you don't miss any of our updates. Check back soon for more. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm here talking soap 7 days a week with you guys. Come back soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.